My name is Clyde Roberson. I'm the mayor of Monterey. I have that privilege and honor, and it's also my privilege and honor for the city to welcome the Flame of Hope that is being carried by an international team of law enforcement officers on its way to the opening ceremonies in Los Angeles at the Coliseum for the 2015 Special Olympic World Games. It's going to be the largest gathering in Los Angeles since the 1984 Olympics. That's really amazing. We always say that Monterey is a special place to live and to work and to learn languages and to visit. And what an extra special day it is today because we have this wonderful event here on the end of our wharf. And for those of us who live here, this is such a beautiful place, and for you who are visiting and running here, we want you to think of this as your home away from home. We really do welcome you here. Of course, any event that goes this smoothly is because of the many volunteers and all of the sponsors who make it happen. So I want to give a special shout out to the City of Monterey and all of our people. Of course, the Monterey Police Department. Momentarily, I'll introduce you to a special council member who has a long history with Special Olympics. The Old Fisherman's Wharf Association, and you're on Old Fisherman's Wharf. And all of the Special Olympic athletes. You inspire us. We have 14 athletes represented from Monterey County in the UC Davis Games. So right now, welcome. We're very excited to have you here. I'd like to introduce Council Member Ed Smith, who retired as a lieutenant from the Monterey Police Department, but he just didn't have enough fill of being a police officer, so he went on and became a commander at a neighboring jurisdiction, and now he's back as a council member in the city of Monterey. And he has been involved in this activity for many, many, many years. So here's Councilmember Ed Smith.
Thank you very much. I just want to point out for the runners, I know that you have about another 400 miles to go, and Monterey is up and LA is down, so I'm hoping the rest of the way is all downhill for you, right? So thank you so much for gathering and supporting this. When I started many years ago in law enforcement, it became very apparent to me through my mentors that I worked with that we were going to continue supporting the Special Olympics through law enforcement. And I was pleased throughout my career to be able to be associated with the Special Olympics, with volunteering and attending the Tip of Cop. Although I was a lousy runner, I supported those that could run and did run and supported the Special Olympics. Thank you very much for gathering, and thank you for all of the efforts that you've gone through. I would like to know the athletes that are from Monterey County. Could I get a show of hands, the athletes from Monterey County? For those Monterey County special athletes for Special Olympics, congratulations on competing in the Davis Games. Congratulations on your continued support for your fellow athletes and your law enforcement partners. Awesome job, guys and gals. Super job that you competed. Thank you very much. Again, I want to congratulate the final leg. We're pleased that it stops here momentarily in Monterey and finishes its leg on July 25th, is that correct? Yes. July 25th in LA, you take with you the spirit from Monterey, the spirit with Special Olympics, a special hope and spark comes with you, and the spirit that was contributed by the Monterey County Special Olympic athletes. A special thank you again. Thank you for the athletes and the law enforcement members that have come alongside and continue to support. My hats are off to you. I really appreciate all you've done. And for all of those that came out to say thank you, again, thank you for law enforcement and thank you, athletes.
And thank you, Councilmember Ed Smith. I said earlier that Monterey is a special place to work. And I'm very grateful that the next gentleman I'm going to introduce to you decided he would like to work in Monterey. Please welcome our new police chief, Dave Hober.
Thank you very much. I love the motivation, outstanding by all of the runners. It was great hearing you. We could hear you down the way, coming down the wharf while you were yelling and screaming, "Hoorah! Good job, keep it up." I want to thank all of the Olympians. I'd like to point out how important this is for all of us to partner like this, to do something with the community and to help. As the mayor and Councilmember Smith talked about, I've been running, I think, for the Torch Run, trying to raise money for probably the last 15 years. This year was no different. We ran up along the peninsula from Pacific Grove up to Cal State Monterey Bay with many of the officers that represent the peninsula here. So I'd like to say that in Northern California, we're glad that we've been able to raise over $1 million. And that just goes part of the way to, my understanding, is $50 million worldwide for this. So that's another great number, $50 million for this. And with that, again, thank you very much and enjoy and keep up the motivation. Thank you.
Right now, it's my pleasure to introduce Mary Alice Cerrito Fettis, who's representing this wonderful wharf. A longtime Monterey resident and community activist. Mary Alice, welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. And I'd like to say that as president of Fishermen's Wharf Association, we are so proud to have everyone here, and we're so happy to be able to contribute and provide you with gift certificates to be used on the wharf however you would like. And we would like to say that the Flame of Hope torch and the World Special Olympics really brings something home special to us because we are an incredibly diverse wharf historically. We started out with the Native Americans. We had the Spanish here, then the Japanese, and then the Italians, and they all had just an incredible contribution here. And so we always are celebrating people of diverse backgrounds, whether it's people with disabilities of ages or ethnic backgrounds. So we're happy to have all of you here. And I want you to know that it's a special treat for us that one of our wharf leaseholders will be a volunteer in Los Angeles at the Coliseum. So we're really, really proud of our people from the Liguori Fish Market. So thank you so much.
Before we let Mary Alice get away, the final leg team wants to make a presentation. And this is a plaque, 2015 Law Enforcement Torch Run Final Leg for Special Olympics, presented to the Fishermen's Wharf Association. And so on behalf of the final leg team and Mary Alice, on behalf of the Old Fisherman's Wharf, here's a lovely plaque for you.
Thank you so much. And I'm very proud to have this. Thank you.
Mary Alice mentioned that we have with us Special Olympics and final leg runner Sebastein Charlebois from Quebec, and also before that we have Special Olympics athlete and final leg runner Brett Laza from Southern California. It's my understanding Brett's going to say a few words. All right, Brett. Welcome.
Welcome and thank you for coming. My name is Brett Laza. I am 23 years old and live in Phelan, California. I'm very excited to be a member of the Final Leg Torch Run team. I traveled to Athens in May for the torch lighting ceremonies where I received the torch, which was the beginning of the unified relay of Torch Run relay. This was a huge honor and an amazing experience for me. I have I have been involved in Special Olympics for 12 years with Western San Bernardino, and I'm a global messenger where I can help spread the word. I enjoy participating in track and field, floor hockey, and tennis. At this year's Summer Games in Long Beach, I won 3 medals in track and field. Through Special Olympics, I'm able to meet many people and make lifelong friends. It gives me self-confidence and courage without being judged. I have met and worked with many law enforcement officers through Tippy Cop fundraisers. They provide support and encouragement for all athletes and are guardians of the flame of hope for us. I have been involved with the Big Bear Polar Plunge fundraiser, and I even took the plunge this year. Special Olympics athletes trained year-round for athletic competitions. Over 7,000 athletes representing over 170 countries will come to Los Angeles for the World Games to show the true meaning of courage, joy, and determination. Your support in Special Olympics is greatly appreciated. This will help athletes like me to compete at various games. Thank you for all you do and your support in Special Olympics.
Brett, put her there. Really good speech. Thank you. Yes. Well, that was just a wonderful speech. Thank you so much, Brett, and good luck on the Special Olympics. Bring home some more medals. Now it's my pleasure to introduce law enforcement officer and final leg runner, Sebastein Charlebois from Quebec, and I'm sure he'll forgive me for the pronunciation. Was I close?
Bonjour tout le monde, mon nom est Sebastein Charlebois, je suis de la province de Québec, Canada, et je travaille comme agent correctionnel. Comme vous le savez peut-être, le Canada est un pays bilingue, donc si vous me le permettez, je vais faire la totalité de mon discours en français et en anglais, nos 2 langues officielles. Hello everyone. Bonjour. My name is Sebastein Charlebois. I'm from Quebec, Canada, and I work as a correctional officer for the Correctional Services of Quebec. As you maybe know, Canada is a bilingual country. So if I may, I will do my speech in the both language of my country, English and French. J'aimerais tout d'abord remercier les Olympiques spéciaux de me permettre de vivre cette brève mais ô combien enrichissante aventure. Ça fait seulement 2 ans que mon organisation, mon syndicat, ainsi que moi-même, nous impliquons dans la grande famille de la course au flambeau des Alliants de la paix. I would first like to thank the Special Olympic Organization for allowing me to live this adventure. It has been only 2 years since my organization, my union, and myself have been involved in the great family of the law enforcement torch run. Nous avons commencé notre implication, je dois l'admettre, dans un but un peu égoïste, qui était d'améliorer l'image des services correctionnels du Québec. Toutefois, après plusieurs mois d'implication à travers plusieurs événements de charité, on s'est rapidement rendu compte que tous les efforts et le temps qu'on mettait dans cette grande organisation qui sont les Olympiques spéciaux allaient beaucoup plus loin que la promotion de notre image. We began our involvement, I must admit, with the goal of improving the image of correctional services in Quebec. However, months of involvement in various charitable activities have made me realize that the time and efforts we put into this great organization went much further than promoting our image. Vous le savez probablement déjà, la carrière d'un agent de la paix est très difficile. Cependant, de participer au développement de nos athlètes spéciaux qui cherchent principalement la réalisation de soi est pour moi un des plus grands accomplissements que j'ai pu réaliser dans toute ma vie. Plusieurs athlètes et parents nous remercient pour notre implication dans la grande famille des Olympiques spéciaux. Aujourd'hui, c'est mon tour de les remercier. You probably already know that the career of peace officers is difficult. But to participate in athletes' development who seeks mainly self-realization is for me one of the greatest achievements that I could accomplish. Many athletes and their parents thanks us for our involvement in the Special Olympics family. Today, it's my turn to thank them. Because of them, I can say that my job has more meaning every day. Thank you for being here today, and I hope you will continue to support these outstanding athletes. Thank you.
What the mayor and I are going to present are what we call challenge coins. Challenge coins started with the military as a way of showing pride in one's unit. And we now have these that if you go to military units, they have these and they say the name of the military unit and maybe what the motto of that unit is. Now the way that these started was kind of what, as a way to show pride, is that you're always supposed to have this with you. And the way that it works is if you have this and you challenge somebody in your unit, asking them if they have it. For example, if I ask Officer Kyle Gentry over there, Kyle, do you have your challenge coin? And I can tell by the look on his face, he answers no. He, when we get off work, then has to buy me an adult beverage. If, on the other hand, he had it, I would have had to buy. So my children have these, and I tell them they're not allowed to have adult beverages, so they can buy each other soda pops. So with that, we'd like to present this to both of you.
This is a challenge coin and the pins for the...
We have a challenge queen and a pin from the law enforcement torch and find on leg to give to these two people. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you, Brett.
Great job.
Really well done.
Thank you.
I also have a badge of my organization, a patch, a challenge queen. So, and I have the honor to give you her own badge of services, of correctional services from Quebec.